Blog Talk Radio.
This is Stroh, the Maestro of Wrestling, known to his children as Papa, and you're listening to The Wrestling Lounge.
This is Tyson Dean, the current NWA Georgia Heavyweight Champion, future NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and you're listening to The Wrestling Lounge. Hi, this is Mark Merrill, former Intercontinental Champion with the World Wrestling Entertainment, and Johnny B. Bad, three-time World Television Champion. You are listening to The Wrestling Lounge with Brian Vaughn and Harold Martin. Don't turn that dial, or it's going to be a lesson to teach you a lesson.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another great edition of the Wrestling Lounge. I am your host, Brian, joined by my co-host, Harold. He's known around the independent scene as Referee Radar Martin. Welcome to the show, Harold.
Good afternoon. How are you today, Brian?
I'm doing good. I believe first, though, because our guest has not arrived yet, Stephanie Bowers, a.k.a. Gorgeous George from WCW, I want you to tell the fans about this past weekend. You had quite a few shows you did this past weekend.
Yeah, and I neglected to tell you that I have a sore spot in the back of my head that may or may not have come from my weekend of wrestling action. Yeah, I don't know. I did take a hard knock at NWA Atlanta, so that may have caused my sore spot on the back of my head. But, yeah, we had NWA Atlanta in Locust Grove, Georgia, and it was October Havoc. It was their Halloween-type show, and it was, good packed house, good action, and, in the main event, I did take a knock, and I was knocked out of the ring, had to be carried to the back, and then the referee had to go in there and finish the match. So that happens sometimes when you're a referee. But anyway, then the next day I did a fundraiser show for Alice's house. It's raising money for needy, folks for different issues and stuff like that. And that was in Douglasville at the American Legion there, and that was a fun show. And I'm not quite sure how much money we raised, but that was for a good cause, so I was happy to do that as well. So it was exciting, doing all the show, a couple shows there.
Wow, well, I'm glad that your injuries didn't keep you from, your may or may not be from the show. You said I'm glad your injuries didn't keep you out too long out of action. I would have hated to had to go get Kermit the Frog or whoever to be my co-host on here. That would have been. In wrestling, you got to be pretty double tough sometimes, So, it was okay. I'm okay. Okay.
But anyway, I did not get to see the pay-per-view, but I know that you got a chance to, see some of it. So at some point, maybe you can talk about that.
Yeah, I actually will. But before I get into talking about the pay-per-view, I want to mention to the fans out there that I don't know if y'all heard or not, but I'm hearing that Roman Reigns is in line to be the next, possible chance at the WWE World Title. Have you heard anything about that, Harold?
No, I hadn't heard anything about that. I am hearing news that Seth Rollins and/or AJ Styles want to wrestle. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I know that AJ Styles has said that he may be open to a WWE, run here. I guess probably, before he retires, because I mean, I'm not saying he is going to retire, but he has been wrestling for a while now. So sometimes they want to do some of that stuff before they decide to hang up their boots. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well,
or not.
I'm also hearing that. We are still waiting on our guest, Stephanie Ballers. So whenever she gets,
I think it's Ballers or something like that, but I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name.
Well, whenever she calls into the show, we will definitely bring her on. I want to let everybody know that Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me." And the reason I said that on here, folks, is we are a Christian show, but that actually comes from the card that I have here. I need to advertise this. This is from Southside Trash University. That's the Bible verse they have on their card, and it's at 272 Highway 41 North, Barnesville, Georgia. Southside Trash University Professional Wrestling School. Rowdy Randy Harris, owner. You can contact him if you're interested in training to be a professional wrestler. You can contact him at the training school at 770-584-6471. And also you can contact the other half, should I say, of Southside Trash wrestling team, Razor David Parrish. You can contact him at 706-975-8917, and that is if you're seriously interested in becoming a professional wrestler, they will train you and they will get you in the hip hop shape of being a professional wrestler on your way to becoming a professional wrestler. So
I have some news, a little bit of news about them. I've been following some of their. They've been sending out a few, videos of their training, how it's going with some of their trainees, and I'm pretty impressed with how some of them are coming along. They're training them, and they're training them, right. And I've talked with them before, and they said they would not let any of their trainees, go into the ring or do anything until they feel that they're absolutely ready to go. So they're going to, get them right the way they, need to be before, putting them out there on their way, so.
Okay,
so
here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm doing. I don't want to interrupt you. I know that you were saying that, they take their time and stuff on, getting the, the people they're training, out there on their way to be a wrestler. What I'm going to do, I'm only going to do this one time. I'm going to let you handle the show for a minute. I'm going to try to get in touch with our guest and see if I can, get her on the show. And if not, then we'll just wait and see if she, calls in, because we know they have a busy schedule, folks, and stuff like this comes out, like we said before. But I'm gonna let Harold tell you about whatever he wants to tell you about, and I'm gonna call real quick and see if we can get our guest on the line.
Okay. Well, anyway, some of the big news coming out of last night's WWE pay-per-view, of course, is Alberto Del Rio making his return and defeating John Cena for the U.S. heavyweight title, which, I've heard that they have been trying to get, a Latin star again since Alberto Del Rio departed and Rey Mysterio departed. And so, but what was strange about that, too, was as Alberto Del Rio is currently the AAA promotion champion in Mexico, and he's got, kind of a contract with them. So the WWE recently, I feel, has been being a little more creative and working with some of the individuals that do have other contracts or, other dates lined up with other promotions, which usually with their talent, when they get you in their system, the WWE, they don't allow their talent to go elsewhere and do other things like that. So, that to to me, that's quite interesting. I guess they're kind of maybe changing their style of management, and over the years, and seeing that sometimes you got to do stuff like that. So, and I hear that they're trying to bring in some also some new names and and faces. I'm not quite sure about all of them. There's rumors floating around out there. So we'll have to see what they do in the future. They usually like to manufacture, or make their own talent. So, but I guess they're seeing that there's other independent talent out there that they should probably be bringing in, and not necessarily making them wait and putting them into the mix already. So. Hopefully Brian will be back soon. He has tried to contact our guest a few times. He told me that, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. We hate when that happens, but sometimes it does. We do our best, folks. We're not professionals by any stretch of the imagination, and sometimes things happen like that. It seems like last few shows have been something happening like that, but it's beyond our control. So we're just trying our best.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You still there, Harold?
Yes, I just stopped for a minute.
Okay, I just spoke with our guest. I'm going to call her back in about a minute. She's going to be able to do 10 minutes today. She didn't know that today. She was thinking it was another day for some reason, and but she's going to do 10 minutes with us. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring her on, and we're going to do 10 minutes. So I'm going to call her back really quick. She told me to call her back in 1 minute. So here we go. So just talk during that time, and I'll be back in just a minute, Harold.
Okay. Well. We're always happy to incorporate any questions that you have for us. You can contact us on Facebook at the at the Wrestling Lounge, and if but you can also definitely call us, and we love to hear from you on our shows. We love to have callers because that's what we're here for. We're not doing the show necessarily for me and Brian. We're doing it for the other folks out there. We want to hear from you. We want our guests to talk to you. So. Anytime that you want to call in, and we're on the air, we're happy to hear from you.
Hello.
So.
Hold on 1 second, I can't hear. What?
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Stephanie Bellers. Is that how you pronounce it, Bellers or Bellers?
Well, yeah, I changed my name like 15 years ago to George Frankenstein.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's
So
okay.
sorry. She is formerly Gorgeous George from WCW. She used to manage the late Macho Man Randy Savage, and she was also in ECW. This is my co-host, Harold.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for taking time out to be with us today.
I don't, I'm such a scatterbrain. You guys, I forgot today was the day, and I just got to this gym thing, so I was like, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
What was it that made you decide you wanted to get into wrestling?
It was kind of out of a chance. Like it was like like out of a weird situation. I never really had any plans to get into wrestling. It kind of just fell in my lap, that kind of thing. Once I started doing it, I loved it. So yeah, I just kept going with it, and now it's been 16 years later, and I'm still here.
Wow. You were trained by others, and I'll let Brian talk about them in a few minutes. But I know you did some training, I guess, at the WCW power plant.
No, I never did that. No, I
okay.
actually trained. I trained with Medusa and Nora Molly Holly at a facility that Randy had rented in Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's some bad information. All right.
No, that's okay. I started to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes there's some information out there that's may not be true.
There's a lot of information out there that's not true.
Okay. Well, that's why we like to have people on to give their to tell us about what really happened or whatever. So thank you.
Okay.
What is your fondest memory of the Macho Man Randy Savage?
Like in wrestling or just in general through our relationship?
In general.
Well, he was very good to me. Very, very good to me. Like every relationship, towards the end it always goes sour. So there's a lot of good to be said and also a lot of bad. I'm writing a book and I started this week and it's going to cross genres of music and wrestling. I also was married for 13 years to a misfit, so I have a lot to talk about between the last 20 years of my life. So I waited a while to start the book because I knew there'd be more chapters to it that I ended up having to add to it. So I definitely have a lot more stuff to go in the book, waiting, as long as I have. With Randy being, rest in peace, it's a very sad thing. We ended our relationship on a bad note, which, when someone passes away, you never want that to happen,
Yeah.
Right.
So, it is what it is. It's life, I guess. So,
I noticed recently you've been having a few...
I'm revamping my career, starting this month, and I'm losing a bunch of weight, and I started to wrestle with a friend of mine. His name is Jeff Lewis Neal, and he had some stunts with WWE, and we're starting to do a gimmick together where, I'm his valet, and I'm starting to actually learn to wrestle for the first time.
Oh, that's great. So,
yeah, I'm getting back in shape, and he's getting in shape, and we're working on our gimmick now, new costumes, intro music, everything. So we've got a lot done in the last month.
That's good.
So
I wanted to ask you about... I wanted to ask you about, I saw you recently in Georgia where me and Brian were at, and I think you were with Jeff Lewis Neal there.
Yeah, we're just now figuring out what we're going to do, you know what I mean? I don't know, we're going through all kinds of ideas and throwing stuff around, and so far what we've picked out is pretty good, so you guys have something cool to see soon.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, what was your favorite promotion to work for out of WCW and ECW?
I liked TNA, ECW, and WCW. I liked them all. I had fun everywhere I went. Everybody was very respectful and nice to me, treated me well. So my wrestling career, it was very short, but it was very fun. I never actually was taught to learn to wrestle because Randy didn't want me in the ring, just wanted me as a valet, so he kept me away from all that. So for all these years, when you're now they want the girls to wrestle, back then they didn't really care about it too much, now. So, and me being 40 years old in 2 months, I got to work through a lot of atrophy and a lot of injuries, ACL, meniscus tear, which has been very, very hard because after I had surgery, I had a botched surgery. So I kind of went down the tubes for a while. I went through a really bad state of depression for years because my body, after I got into a car wreck, it never was the same. And, I've got a slip disc in my neck and things like that. So with any wrestling, you have to work through injuries. And I never was actually rehabbed when I had it done the way that I need to be rehabbed. So now with all the atrophy, I got to work through that. And it's going to take a little bit of time, but Jeff's a great teacher, and he's a great trainer, and we're doing really good.
Okay. What was your role in ECW and TNA? Because I don't remember that.
Just kind of walking out. I don't really remember it myself.
Okay.
Back then I was drinking a lot, and I slowed that way down. I'm not doing that anymore. I went through a real bad time with I was having a hard time in my marriage and a hard time traveling in my band and things like that, and I kind of went off the deep end for a while, about 6 good years I was off my rocker. So I'm finally got my mind and body and soul getting together, so I'm ready to get back in there and do it over again, this time do it better.
That's great.
Wow, okay, great. Who made all those nice, beautiful, different outfits that you used to wear? Maybe you still do. I don't know.
No, well, what I would do is I would go to the store and I would get all the materials and I'd draw pictures for me and Randy, and then the lady that actually made our costumes, her name was Ruby, and she I actually met her at the strip club that I was working at. She was a house mom. She's an awesome lady, and she made cool costumes. I'm like, once I stopped dancing and I started doing stuff with Randy, I wanted to keep her in loop, she's a good lady, so to make her some money, plus she was a good costumes, a costume maker. I designed the costumes, she made the costumes. I made every single costume we did.
Okay.
All his new gimmick clothes and stuff like that. Michael Braun did some of the stuff with the motto, with writing, but when it came down to costume design and stuff like that, that was me.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought they were fabulous.
Thank you.
Who came up with the gorgeous Nora George name? Sorry, Brian.
Oh, that's okay.
He already owned it. He actually tried to give it to Lanny, and Lanny didn't do good with it, and he still owned it. I had to come up with the name within like a week before we went on TV. He asked me if I liked it. I said I loved it, and from there on, we just worked with it, and it worked with me. And I've always been a tomboy anyway, so having a boy's name doesn't affect me. I kind of like it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I got a little bit of a name game for you. I'm going to name 5 names, and if you could just give me a sentence, of your thoughts on them and stuff. The first name is Molly Holly.
Oh, she's great. She's amazing. She's an amazing friend, amazing wrestler, a very religious person, which I totally look up to. She's just a great person all the way around.
Okay. The second name is Medusa.
Oh, man, she's my hero. She is definitely my hero. I look up to her so much because she, there's no challenge that you can give Medusa that she's not going to not just do, but she's going to win. I mean, she wrestles alligators, flies out of helicopters. I mean, you name it, you give it to that woman, and she's going to
drives monster trucks,
kill it. Huh?
Yeah. He was saying she drives monster trucks, too.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's no task she can't handle, and she's not just going to do it. She's going to kill it. I mean, the woman is amazing. She's definitely my idol. Out of all the between her and China, I looked up to both of them. Those are my 2 people that I... Yeah.
The third name is Kimberly Page.
Very beautiful girl. She's sweet. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know Kimberly that well. I worked with her, been around her, back then, but I didn't really hang out with Kimberly.
Okay, the fourth name is Velvet Sky.
Oh, she's cool. That's one of my friends. We did a lot of indies together before she was even on TV. I mean, I've been doing indies now for, 15, 16 years now. So
wow.
Yeah. I might have gotten, I got a really good deal, where, when I got into it, just out of, a fluke thing, but as of, paying my dues, I've been around for a while now. I've been doing wrestling shows for a long time.
And the last name is Stacy Keebler.
I don't know nothing about that one.
Okay.
Pretty girl, but don't know nothing about her.
Okay.
You have any advice for any young ladies or trying to break into the business?
Stay away. Run. No, it's definitely a double-edged sword, and I'm not going to lie when it comes to that. The perks that are amazing, the traveling, the people you meet, the fans, the other wrestlers, everything is just, it is what it is. It's really awesome life, but it's also, you've seen the movie The Wrestler, right?
Uh-huh.
There you go. I ain't going to say nothing else. That movie sums up every single person that I'm around. I love when I go to, I went to WrestleMania, and I went to the thing before it or whatever, where everybody walks around and watches the matches and gets autographs and all that stuff, sells merch, whatever. And it's funny to watch some of the new upcoming girls when they walk around with their nose in the air, and it's like, you're going to be where I'm going to be someday. You might want to see while you're running up the ladder. You might want to worry about who's going to be on the way back down.
Right.
I think it's funny when they act that way, because what goes up must come down. It's just natural.
Right.
It's like that with any new upcomer looking at the elders, the elders. It's funny. But I've had a great run, and I'm more than blessed to be part of the wrestling world. and I continue to, even if, like all I ever do is just keep doing indies. I love it. It's in my blood, and that's what I'll keep doing until I can't do it anymore. Or I got to get out there with my twin and start whacking people.
What about your daughter? Would you want your daughter to?
Oh, okay.
Would you want your daughter to be involved in pro wrestling?
Oh no, hell no.
Okay.
She's my daughter. She's gonna be a cartoon artist. She's amazing.
Okay.
Oh wow.
She's 13 years old, and her drawings are just amazing. I definitely want to get her in some art classes. She does it on her own, and if she just, I've talked to her dad about doing some stuff like that, but I definitely think that she's going to go far with it. She's amazing for being so young. But me and her dad both could draw, so it kind of is in her blood.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Sounds good.
What are your thoughts on Sting finally joining the WWE?
I think it's good. I mean, I don't know. You know what? I hate to say this, but you guys are going to laugh at me. I had to take a break from wrestling for a while, like with the TV, with the storylines, just everything. I just sometimes when I don't know. I was in a dark place for a while. So I was around bad people in a dark place. I had just lost my mind for a couple of years. I mean, I think what happened to me too was I was doing wrestling shows like 3 times a week. I was traveling in a car all the time. I started drinking heavy. I was having problems in my marriage, and then I would take it out and I'd go on the road. Like I'd be backstage drinking the whole night. Like when I'm at indie shows, I would just get straight tore up because I was depressed, and that was like my way of hiding from everything I was going through in my personal life. And then it was bad because a lot of people who was booking me seen me like that, you know what I mean? And towards the end, I was just tearing it up. I mean, drinking a bottle of Bacardi a day, the gallon, not a bottle, the gallon. So, I mean, I was on a death sentence big time, and I wasn't healthy, and I wasn't taking care of myself, and I didn't give a crap anymore. I was working too much. I was living in New Jersey, so I kind of saturated that whole East Coast too much. Like I was doing wrestling show, and the same people, blah, 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 and it got too much for me. And then, the band that I was in with my husband, going here, going there, and then it not paying, and then us losing this, losing that, moving around. I was losing it. And, I had a pretty bad rap of being an alcoholic. And you know what? I deserve it because, now I got to get some redemption here, get myself back in order, and get my crap in one sack. And I'm definitely on that road right now. I'm around positive people. I'm not around people who drink. I mean, my whole life is changing. In 1 month, it's changed drastically. Being around other wrestlers and live, breathe, and eat wrestling. I've been doing that for the last month, and already in 1 month, the difference in the way that I was a month before that is amazing. I mean, it's just I've lost 13 pounds. I am focused. I am starting to eat right. I'm not drinking anymore. I mean, it's just completely different. When you're, sometimes I have a tendency if I'm around the wrong things, I just fall right into it. I got to keep away from that stuff. And it's,
well, that's great that you're making a positive change in your life and everything. And I wanted to ask
we're happy for you. Yeah, we want to see you back to the way you want to be. Positive.
Yeah.
Yes, we want to.
Definitely, the winter's coming, so I'm hoping to turn this cold winter into like the best warm session in the gym. I'm just gonna keep going there, like killing myself. Like, it's just because I get depression in winter, so I'm just gotta keep my head up. Because I get that bipolar depression from winter. That's another thing I was suffering really bad from with bipolar depression. So I just got to keep going, keep on keeping on.
Right. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, George. Was there anything that you wanted, any upcoming appearances you wanted to promote, or anything like that?
Right now, we're going to Buff Bagwell's. His book is coming out, I think.
Okay.
His autobiography, but we're going there on Thursday to go see him and do that. And then after that, I'm looking for anybody, and we're in South Carolina. Anybody who wants to book me and Jeff, just hit us up on Facebook, Jeff Lewis Neal or George Frankenstein.
Okay. Well,
We're
we're
coming as a team, so that way I got a wrestler and I'm a valet. So there you go.
Awesome,
right.
awesome. Well, you heard that, folks. Anybody out there want to book them? Hit them up on Facebook. You can message George Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, right? Yeah, Frankenstein, or you can message Jeff. I forgot his name that quick.
Jeff Lewis Neal.
Jeff Lewis Neal, and I'm friends with him, and I forgot his name. That's pretty bad.
It's okay.
But we wanna thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the show today, George.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I forgot what today was.
Well, we're glad to have you, even if just for a little bit. And we wish you the best of luck, and we want you to stay positive, and we're rooting for you. That's for sure.
Thank you. Well, y'all got my phone number if you're bored.
Okay.
Well, if you ever get back around here to Georgia, we'll be happy to come visit you.
Thank you. Okay, bye, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Bye-bye. God bless. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was George Frankenstein, former valet in WCW, and also worked for ECW and TNA. And we will see you this coming Wednesday on the Wrestling Lounge. We're going to have Dale Wilkes, the Patriot, former wrestler from the WWF and WCW. He will be on the air this
Global Wrestling
Wednesday
Federation,
at 2
right?
p.m. Yeah, also Global Wrestling Federation. So he'll be on the air this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your questions ready, because I'm sure that it'll be another great interview like today's interview was. And we will keep you updated on future shows that we have coming up in November. We'll keep you updated on them, and also, I can't say any other shows this month because this month's about over with. We're about to go into November. But we'll keep you updated with shows coming up in November. And I believe that's all. You got anything, Harold?
No, I'm just today was a great day to talk to her, and we got the Patriot coming up, and we got some good questions I'm sure to ask him. So, any of the fans out there, let us know if you're too bashful for some reason to call, then send us a message, send us a question on Facebook, and we'll be happy to ask them, when we talk to them too. So.
Okay, and also, just throwing a little joke, I want to let everybody know that it's not the New England Patriots coming on, so don't get on there and spread talk to the whole football team of the New England Patriots. We have the Patriots coming on, Dale Wilkes. He'll be on here Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this week's edition of The Wrestling Lounge. And don't forget to tune in each and every time it goes live on the air for the biggest names in professional wrestling, soap operas, country and western music, and so much more.